make it a little bit simpler for a brand new person selling, where should I focus my, like, should I, for example, like, should I kind of like try to create more of a structure and outline and script for myself to follow? Should I, should I like just learn what each step is in detail and try to wing it as I go through? Like, is there a best practices for someone who's new to selling to get to apply these things, maybe not all in entirety, or what do you think makes sense?
Yeah, so I think one of the things coaches can do immediately to increase their sales or increase their sales closing rate would be have your probing questions scripted. So you should have a set of 5 to 7 questions you're going to ask on the call, and that should just be in a Word doc up on your screen or even in your notes in your notebook, where you know to ask those questions, and ideally note their answers down so you can refer back to them.
So in a sense, like, let's say we're doing these questions. The way I think about it, tell me if this makes sense, is like, I would say I'm trying to discover this information, because if I have this information, I can better show them the offering I have that's going to fit them. So I'd go from the answers and work backward to the question and then use those questions. So maybe I would say, like, what I need to know is, like, what is, what is your desire in the sport? What are you trying to do in with coaching? What is your feeling on these things? And then sort of like, okay, now the questions are, obvious when I know what I'm trying to get out of them. Or do you think there's like standardized probing questions you should have?
I think there's standardized probing questions.
Okay.
For
would
coaching,
those be?
I mean, ultimately it would be the question of, why did you reach out to us?
Right.
And getting clear on what that is. And then number 2 can easily be kind of, even if you have a pre-call homework, even if you've already asked, it would be, you noted that this is an 8 out of 10 of importance to you. Why is it an 8 out of 10? Or if you didn't ask that question on some pre-call homework, it would be on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is this to you? And then the follow-up of why. So understanding the why.
So the first question would be, how important is it to you to reach your goals?
Yes.
Then why do you want to reach your goals?
Yeah.
And
from there, we can kind of go, it depends on your ideal client. For many, it can be, what do these goals mean to you? It's very goal based, because we want to get that as like sort of ammo to then back us up when we're like connecting the dots to our offer. It could also be like, what have you tried before? If you're new to powerlifting or weightlifting, it's like, why did you get into this sport?
Right.
What are you looking to get out of it? What are key qualities that you're looking for in a coach?
Right.
Did you have a coach before? How did that go? Why did you leave? Like we talked about, that one is always a good one. From there, I mean, you have a good amount. Like, I'd say there's probably more you could ask as like follow-ups if you want deeper thought-provoking answers. But those would be like your most probably basic questions to get you down the road of knowing that, hey, this service is the right fit for this person. I'll be able to touch on these, or, like, this may not be the right fit and we might be wasting our time here.
Right. So ultimately what you're trying to do with probing questions, to me, it sounds like, is you're trying to qualify this person a little bit more to be like, what is it that this means to them? If they're very casual and it's more just like, hey, I just want to like learn to lift, and in 3 months I'm going to leave because I just want to work out at home, versus like, this is the most important thing in the world to me. I really want to be a good power lifter, and everything on the line, this is it. You kind of get an idea of what they're really trying to get at with this. So it helps you sort of dial in, I guess, like, what's the step that, like, you get the output from these questions. What do you do with that info?
So let's say, like, our offer for like coaching is the same. It's you get feedback, you get, if it's in person, you get gym access, you get, these coaching sessions. And whether the person comes in and wants to be the next John Hack, or they want to just be healthy and feel good, the service is the same, but it's the way you describe the service.
Right.
So like, if someone comes in, they really want to compete in powerlifting, I'm going to talk about how our services, the clients that we've helped achieve great goals, and how we're going to build a program that allows them to reach certain echelons of success in powerlifting, and how our programs are going to help them, accomplish their goals and win meets and all that stuff, and what we do and how we write peaking blocks and things like that. I'm going to kind of get into more of the granular stuff. If they're just trying to get healthy and feel good and move well, I'm going to talk about how the sessions really help them with their technique, ensuring that they're maintaining core stability, and we're making sure that we're not getting injured. I'm going to talk about how they're going to feel confidence in the gym and feel like they belong in a community. So I'm going to touch on the specific features of the offer that best align with what the client is looking for. It's similar